Students starting with a type 6 problems on speed, distance and time. Before starting with this type, you should just know a basic formula that speed is distance upon time. Speed is distance upon time, and I'll say majority of times I'll be using this formula, but not in this form. We'll send this t time above at the place of speed and speed comes down. So I can say time is distance upon speed. We'll be using this formula. But I have learned only this formula. Speed is distance upon time. So based on this only I'll be deriving this formula. Time is distance upon speed. One another aspect, that if speed is given in kilometer per hour, so distance should be in kilometer and time should be in hour. If speed is given in meter per second, then distance should be in meter and time should be in seconds. Okay, and basics such 1 second is equal to how many minutes? We have to divide that 1 upon 60. That means if 1 second or if any number of seconds are divided by 60, they get converted into minutes. Similarly, if 1 minute is given, we need to convert into hours. Any amount of minutes given, if we divide the minutes by 60, it gets converted into hours. So 1 minute, if 1 is divided by 60, 1 upon 60 becomes hours. So if you divide second by 60, it gets converted into minutes. If you divide minutes by 60, it gets converted into hours. And if suppose it's given to you, you have 5 seconds. 5 seconds, you want to convert 5 seconds into hours. So 5 upon 60. One time if I divide it by 60, 5 gets converted into minutes. But I need to convert into hour. So one more time I need to place this 60. So multiply by 60. So 5 upon 60 into 60 converts a second into hours. This 60 was to convert seconds to minutes, and this 60 was to convert minutes to hours. Okay, please pause the video and copy down this note. Now board exams question of 2009. Speed of an express train is x kilometer per hour. So here we have a express train, and the speed of the express train is given to us as x kilometer per hour, and speed of ordinary train, it's not an express train, local ordinary train is hope you understood that is means equal to. Here also is means equal to. So speed of express train is equal to x. Speed of ordinary train is equal to what? 12 kilometer less. Don't stop over here. There is no comma, no full stop. It's 12 kilometer less, 12 kilometer per hour less than that of express train. So speed of ordinary train is 12 kilometer per hour less, कम है, then that of express train. And express train की speed is given to us, it was x. So they are telling that speed of ordinary train is less. Less means minus. Less means minus. How much we should minus? How much it's less? Is 12 kilometer per hour less. That means minus 12 will come here. Okay? It is less by how much? 12 kilometer per hour less. Then whom? From whom we should deduct this minus? Whom we should deduct this 12? Then that of express train. So it's x minus 12. That means express train की speed is x and ordinary train की speed is how much? X minus 12. It's less by express train by how much? 12 kilometers per hour. Okay, so I'll write here. See how I'm writing, please understand. Speed of express train. Speed of express train is equal to capital S subscript E. Subscript E means speed of express train is equal to x kilometer per hour. Speed of ordinary train is less than that of express train by 12. So I'll write S subscript O. S subscript O. O means speed of ordinary train. O means ordinary. Is how much? X minus 12 kilometer per hour. So up till now we got the speed in terms of x. That speed of express train is x kilometer per hour and speed of ordinary train is x minus 12 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now let's read ahead. If ordinary train takes 1 hour longer, of course ordinary train should take, because the speed of ordinary train is less. If ordinary train takes 1 hour longer, that means in Hindi if I say ordinary train late पहुंचा रही है destination पे, by how much? By 1 hour. Ordinary trains reaches the destination 1 hour after than that of express train. If ordinary train takes 1 hour longer than the express train to cover distance of 240 kilometers. Okay. So both express train and ordinary train both are completing the distance of 240 kilometers. Okay. So if I say like this, that I have this destination. Okay. Both trains are running here. We have express train and we have ordinary train. Distance between the two destinations is how much? 240 kilometers. It's 240 kilometers. Okay. Both express train and ordinary train, both trains are running. Distance between the two stations is how much? 240 kilometers. Okay. But something about the time is given, and in all the questions of the speed and distance they will always speak about the time. If ordinary train takes 1 hour longer than the express train, so time of ordinary train is greater than time of express train. It's very obvious. Express train is fast, so express train will reach the destination very quickly. But ordinary train is slow, so it will take more time as compared to express train. That's the reason time of ordinary train is more as compared to time of express train. Don't get confused in this. Speed of express train is more and speed of ordinary train is less. Because speed of express train is more, so it will take less time to reach the destination as compared to ordinary train. The time of express train is less as compared to time of ordinary train. Now it's given, if ordinary train takes 1 hour longer than the express train. So here I'll write a basic, very important equation. I'll say if you write this equation, then that means your 70% of question is solved. If ordinary train takes 1 hour longer than the express train, so time of ordinary train minus time of express train is equal to 1 hour. Very, very important. I'll mark a star here also. Hope students you are understanding. This is the diagram. Express train 1 घंटा जल्दी पहुंचती है in Hindi I'll say, and ordinary train reaches 1 hour late to the destination. That's it. Question is solved. Yes. Now we just need, I'll call this as equation number 1 now. I'll call this as equation number 1. Now students, I just need to find the value of TO, that is time of express train. Okay. So now I'll write time of ordinary train. TO means time of ordinary train and TE means time of express train. First I'll say for ordinary train. Can I say students over here at the side I'll write the formula, speed is equal to distance upon time. Yeah, you all know this. So can I say therefore time is equal to distance upon speed? Time goes up at the place of speed and speed comes down at the place of time. So if speed is distance upon time, then time is distance upon speed. So can I say time of ordinary train is distance completed by ordinary train upon speed of ordinary train? Yes. But students, see here the diagram. This is the starting point and this is the for starting point I'll say from here they begin. So I'll write B for the beginning point, and I'll write here destination, D for destination, to avoid any confusion. Beginning and destination. Both are starting from this point, both are ending till this point. So can I say either it be express train or it be ordinary train, both will take the same time? Yes. So both are taking 240 kilometers. So no need to write here DO because distance is common. So time taken by ordinary train is distance upon speed of ordinary train. Distance is same 240 and speed is how much? Speed of ordinary train, it's here x minus 12 hours because it's a time. So we got to know this time of ordinary train. Now it's time for express train. So for express train, T subscript E, same formula. Speed is distance upon time, so time is distance upon speed. T subscript E, time for express train, is distance of express train upon speed of express train. But distance is common, so I'll just write D, and distance is 240. Speed of express train. Speed of express train is given in the question as x kilometer per hour. So x. This is time, so in hours. So I got to know this also. So students, for equation 1 I have all the data. I'll just say, now I don't have place, so I'll pause the video over here. You will also do it in the next slide, next screen. What I will do, I will say substituting the value of T subscript O, that is time of ordinary train, and T subscript E, that is time of express train, in equation 1. That's it, and we'll get an equation. Please pause the video, all of you. Now students, on the board I have written substituting TO, that is time of ordinary train, and TE, time of express train, substituting the values of TO and TE in equation 1, and I have copied this equation 1 from equation 1. This is our equation 1. TO minus TE is equal to 1. So at the place of TO, what I'll substitute? At the place of TO over here, I'll substitute this value, 240 upon x minus 12, okay, minus in between, and at the place of T, this, what I'll substitute? 240 upon x. 240 upon x, okay, is equal to 1. Hope you all are understanding, students. Now I'll erase this part. Okay, now let's solve it. The best way is, I can say 240 is here also in numerator and here also. So I'll remove 240 common. So if I remove 240 common from both the numerators, here it's 1 upon x minus 12 minus 1 upon x is equal to 1. Okay. Now the next step, therefore I'll keep this 240 here only and is equal to 1 as it is. This x will be multiplied with 1. So this will become x minus this x minus 12 will be multiplied with 1. So x minus 12 upon this x will be multiplied with x as well as with 12. So this will become x square minus 12x. Okay. Now, therefore, can I say when this bracket will be opened, this is plus x and this will be minus x. So plus x and minus x will be cancelled, and this minus will become plus. When I open up the bracket, this will become minus x. So plus x and minus x gets cancelled, and because of this minus 12 will become plus 12. So I get 240 multiplied by 12 plus 12. 240 is multiplied here, it's a bracket. Upon down I have x square minus 12x is equal to 1. Okay. Now in the next slide I will multiply this x square minus 12x with 1. Understanding? So x square minus 12x will be multiplied with 1, and on the left hand side I have 24 multiplied by 12. Once again, I don't have place here. Hope you all are solving with me this calculation part. You can pause the video. So now students, we have this 240 multiplied by 12 is equal to x square minus 12x. I'll take this 240 multiplied by 12. First I'll find the product of this two. and if you find the product of this, it comes to be 2880. 240 multiplied by 12 is 2880. So 2880 goes on that side, becomes minus. So therefore x square minus 12x minus 2880 is equal to 0. Okay. Now what we have to do? Now we have to find two numbers such that their product is minus 2880. I need to find two numbers such that their product is minus 2880. And when the same two numbers whose product is minus 2880, if the same two numbers are added, I should get minus 12 here. So first let's find the factors of 2880. 2 ones are, 2 fours are, 2 fours are, 2 zeros are, 2 sevens are 14, 2 twos are, 2 zeros are, 2 threes are 6, 2 six are 12, 2 zeros are, 2 180s are, 2 90s are, 2 45s are. Okay, then 3 ones are 3, 3 fives are 15, 3 fives are, 5 ones are. So many we have over here. So now what to do? We need to find two numbers such that their product is minus 2880 and their summation is minus 12. We should try out different things, students. We should try out different things. I'll start with, for example, if I start with this 3, please see the black marker. 3 threes are 9, 9 twos are 18, 18 twos are is 36. Okay, 36 twos are is 72. 3, I'm starting with this 3, 3 threes are 9, 9 twos are 18, 18 twos are 36, 36 twos are 72. Okay, and what is remaining here? From here 5 is remaining, and from here this 3 times 3 2 is remaining. 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8, and 8 fives are 40. So one thing is 40 and other is 72. 3 threes are 9, 9 twos are 18, 18 twos are 36, 36 twos are 72. Now 72 multiplied by 40, of course I can get 2880, but I want minus 12. If I do 72 minus, if I say minus 72 and plus 40, so minus 72 multiplied by 40 will give me 2880, but minus 72 and 40, when I add it, I will not be getting minus 12. So I should try some other thing now. This won't do for me, so let me try some other aspects now. Okay, let's start with some other thing now. Let me say that first I'll go with, suppose 2 twos are 4. Okay, 5 threes are is 15, and 15 fours are is 60. Once again I repeat, 5 threes are is 15, 15 twos are is 30, and 30 twos are is 60. This is 60 for me. So now who all are remaining? See, I occupied this two numbers and this two numbers. Okay, now 3 twos are 6, 6 twos are 12, 12 twos are 24, 24 twos are 48. Five threes are 15, 15 twos are 30, 30 twos are is 60, 3 twos are 6, 6 twos are 12, 12 twos are 24, 24 twos are is 48. So now if I say, if my one number is 60 and other number is 48, and if I say it's minus and this is plus, minus 60 multiplied by plus 48 will give me product as minus 2880. And when I add minus 60 and plus 48, I'll get minus 12. Minus 60 and plus 40, if we combine, plus minus is minus, sign of bigger number, so I'll get minus 12. So my two numbers are minus 60 and plus 48. Like this we should make the pairings. I know it's not so simple, but after practicing only you will get this. So now we'll solve by the help of middle term, splitting of middle term. I'll not write this minus 12x. At the place of this middle term, I'll write minus 60x. And I'll write plus 48x. Okay, and this x square will be copied as it is x square, and this minus 2880 will be copied as a minus 2880 is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore now x will be common from this 2, so x minus 60 plus 48 common, x minus 60 is equal to 0. See, I don't know 48 ka table, but I understood that both the brackets should be same. That's why I removed the complete 48 because I needed x over here. Therefore, x minus 60 and x plus 48 is equal to 0. Therefore, either x minus 60 is equal to 0 or x plus 48 is equal to 0. Therefore, x will be equal to 60 or x will be equal to minus 48. But x belongs to speed. Therefore, x cannot be equal to minus 48 because speed cannot be negative. So students, we got the value of x. And what was asked? Find the speed of express train. Please see here. All of you please see here. Find the speed of express train. And in the first line, they have mentioned that speed of an express train is x, and we got the value of x. X is 60. So therefore, speed of express train is equal to how much? 60 kilometer per hour. If you don't write like this the final answer, 1 mark will be deducted. It was a very important question. Please do it, students. Students, now on the board we have another question, and this question, students, was asked in the board exam of 2002. Okay, it was asked in the board exam of 2002. An aeroplane traveled a distance of 400 km at an average speed of x km per hour. We have an aeroplane traveling a distance of 400 kilometers. So aeroplane is traveling a distance of 400 km. Distance is given with an average speed of x km per hour. The speed is also given. On return journey, okay. So first aeroplane, let us say this aeroplane starts from here and reaches till here. This is my point A and this is my point B. Okay, aeroplane starts from here and reaches till here. Destination is B. The distance is 400 kilometers. So distance between the starting point and ending point is 400 kilometers. A aeroplane traveled a distance of 400 km at an average speed of x km per hour. So the first thing is aeroplane is going from A to B. A to B. Okay. And in the return journey, it will come from B to A. So when aeroplane is going from A to B, I'll say speed subscript AB. Speed, S for speed, and subscript AB. Aeroplane is going from A to B. And speed is how much? X. It's given to us. X km per hour. Okay. Reading ahead. On return journey. Return journey means going from B to A. Okay, from B to A. So, on return journey, the speed was increased by 40 km. Okay. So, on return journey means coming from B to A. B to A. What happened? Speed was increased by 40 kilometers. Okay, so initially when the onward journey, we'll use the word onward journey, going from A to B, the first journey, onward journey from A to B, speed was x km per hour. But when the aeroplane is returning back to its original point, its speed was increased by 40 km. So first it was x, so अब हो जाएगा x plus 40 km per hour. Increased by means plus 40 km per hour. So story is aeroplane is running, okay, flying between A and B. Starting point is A and ending point is B. When aeroplane is going from point A to point B, point A to point B, speed of aeroplane I have denoted by capital S, and AB in subscript means going, this is the onward journey, A to B is x kilometer per hour. And when aeroplane comes from B to A, this is a return journey. Return journey. So it's B to A. So I have written in subscript BA. So while returning, aeroplane increases its speed by 40 kilometers. So it's x plus 40 kilometer. Now student, I will not read anything. Believe me, I am not reading anything from the board. You just tell me one thing, that if speed of A to B is less than speed of B to A, of course it is, here it is only x, A to B, and here x plus 40, because in the return journey from B to A, aeroplane increased its speed. So if speed got increased from B to A, so can I say the time required will be less? Yes, speed बढ़ गई तो time will be deducted, because according to the physics, speed is equal to distance upon time. Speed and time are inversely proportional to each other. If speed increases, time decreases. So because in the return journey from B to A, speed was increased, so time required in the return journey will be less as compared to time required in the onward journey. Understood, students? So you should know this aspects. Okay. Now what is asked over here? Write down the expression for the onward journey. Okay. They have asked us the expression for the onward journey, return journey. So we have to find out the conditions of onward journey for return journey. Okay. First is onward journey, second is return journey. Okay. So first I'll put the title for onward journey. For onward journey, that is in our case moving from A to B. Students, tell me, how will I write the speed? My speed is AB, because subscript mein AB, going from A to B, it's an onward journey. How much it is? It's given to us as x kilometer per hour. Okay. Distance is how much? Either it goes from A to B or it comes from B to A. The distance remains same. Distance is 400 kilometers. Okay. What will be the time? Time at the place of time I will write in the subscript AB. Time for the onward journey from A to B. So if speed is distance upon time, so can I say, if speed is distance upon time, so can I say that time will be distance upon speed? Yes, and the speed I will write over here as AB, speed of AB. Distance is 400 and speed is how much? Speed is x. And this quantity 400 upon x, this fraction is the answer for the time, and time is expressed in hours. So we got the expression over here. The expression for the time. Similarly, students, can I say you can find the same thing for the return journey? Yes, at the place of onward you will just write return, and it's from B to A. What will be the speed, you tell me? Speed will be x plus 40. Distance remains same, 400. Formula remains same. Time of B to A will be distance upon speed of B to A, and here 400 will come, and here what will come? The speed is x plus 40. So please pause the video. I'll also erase the data from the board. I don't have place here. Now students, finding about the return journey. Return journey, which is going from B to A. B to A. I have erased the diagram, but you all remember the diagram. Returning from B to A. Okay. So return journey, time from B to A. Okay. It will be what? Distance upon speed of B to A. And distance was given as 400, and speed we counted out. We find it out, the speed, it was plus 40, increased by 40. So it's x plus 40. So in hours. So in the previous screen you must have noted that time required for moving from A to B, our onward time, was 400 upon x hours, and now I got that time required for moving from B to A, that is from return journey, is how much? 400 upon x plus 40. 400 upon x plus 40, of course in hours. Both the times I have written on the right hand side. Once again, I like to say one thing on the board, students, that in this case what's happening, when we have onward journey, that is from A to B, which we call it as onward journey, the speed is less as compared to the return journey, which we call it as B to A. In the return journey, speed of aeroplane got increased as compared to the onward journey. So if speed got increased from B to A, can I say time required in the return journey will be less because it's of high speed? So I can say time required by AB, that is onward journey, will be more as compared to time required in the return journey. Here the speed was low, so time required will be more. Here the speed is high, so time required will be less. Here the third point, if return journey took 30 minutes less, of course yes, because the speed was more. Return journey took 30 minutes less, so can I say time required while going from A to B is more? Okay, so how much more? The difference between both the times is 30 minutes. So time required from A to B minus time required from B to A is equal to 30 minutes. This time is more and this time is less, because this is the return journey ka time, because return journey ka speed is more, so time is less, and because onward journey A to B ka speed is less, so time is more. Difference between both the times is 30 minutes. So now I have written both the time over here, so I'll erase the board. You have to pause the video and you need to know this aspects. Please copy down this. Please copy down this. I have to pause the video and copy down this. Okay. Okay, I'll just copy everything over here. Time required from A to B minus time required from B to A is 30 minutes. It's given to me. Just let's substitute the things inside. Okay. Time required from A to B is how much? 400 upon x minus time required from B to A is how much? 400 upon x plus 40 is equal to 30 minutes. How to convert minutes into hours? We have to convert, because everything over here is in kilometer and hours, so minutes won't do. So 30 upon 60, 30 ones are 32s are. By dividing by 60, I converted minutes to hours. Okay, now the sum is very simple. I can erase this. I have copied it above. Therefore I'll take 400 common. So 1 upon x minus 1 upon x plus 40, okay, is equal to 1 upon 2. 400 common from both the numerators, so 1 upon x minus 1 upon x plus 40, okay, is equal to 1 upon 2. Now this x plus 40 will be multiplied with 1 and minus sign will be in between, and this x will be multiplied with 1, and in denominator both will be multiplied with each other. Okay, so let's do the next step now. Therefore 400 x plus 40 ones are is x plus 40 minus x ones are x upon x into x becomes x square plus 40x is equal to 1 upon 2. Plus x minus x gets cancelled. This 4 fours are becomes 16. 4 fours are becomes 16. So therefore 16. 2 zeros and 1 zeros becomes 3 zeros. Okay, 16,000. And then this 2 will be multiplied in the numerator, and this entire denominator will be multiplied with 1. So multiply by 2 is equal to x square plus 40x will be multiplied with 1. X square plus 40x. Now students, I don't have place here. I'll take this 16 2s are 32. 3 zeros, 32,000 I'll take on that side, so it will become minus 32,000. So x square plus 40x minus 32,000 is equal to 0. It's a quadratic. We need to solve this quadratic. Let's pause the video and solve the quadratic. So students, I have copied this quadratic on the board. Now we have such a beautiful number over here. We need two numbers such that their product is just minus 32,000. We need two numbers such that their product is minus 32,000, and when we add these two numbers whose product is minus 32,000, the addition should be plus 40. Two numbers such that their product should be minus 32,000, and when the same two numbers are added, we should get plus 40. Okay, so now let's find the factors of 32,000. Such a small number, yes, 32,000. Okay, 2 1s are 2, carry 1, 2 6s are 12, and 3 zeros. 2 8s are 16, 3 zeros. 2 4s are 8, 3 zeros. 2 2s are 4, 3 zeros. 2 1s are 2, 3 zeros. 2 500s are 2 250s are 2 125s are 5 25s are 5 5s are 5 1s are. Okay, now once again I'll say you have to do trial and error. It will be trial and error case. You have to do it. Okay, now if I say 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125, 125 2s are, it's 250. Okay, 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125, 125 2s are, it's 250. Okay, then 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32, 32 2s are 64, 64 2s are 128. Of course, 250 multiplied by 128, I can say both are in minus. No, not both in minus, this will be in plus. Plus 250 multiplied by minus 128, I'll get 100% minus 32,000. But when if 250 from 250, if I add these two numbers, 250 and minus 128, so plus minus will be minus. So from 250, if you deduct 128, you will not get plus 40. You will not get plus 40. That means our pairing is wrong. So it can be obtained just by trial and error. That thing I am showing you over here. It can be obtained just by trial and error. Yes, you can do the formula method also. If you feel that you are comfortable with formula method, you can do that also. By formula method also you can get the answer. Okay, now I'll try 5 2s are is 10. Okay, 5 2s are is 10. 10 2s are is 20. 20 2s are is 40. 40 2s are is 80. 80 2s are is 160. 5 2s are is 10. 10 2s are is 20, 20 2s are is 40, 40 2s are is 80, 80 2s are is 160. Which all numbers are remaining? These numbers are remaining. 5 5s are 25, 25 2s are 50, 50 2s are 100, 100 2s are 200. So we got 200 and 160. I need to have minus here. So plus plus 200 multiplied by minus 160 will be minus 32,000. See, because 16 2s are is 32. And when plus 200 is added with minus 160, I will get plus 40 if I add these two numbers. So students, we got, it's possible only by trial and error method. No magic involved here. So I'll say x square. I'll not write this middle term. At the place of this, I'll copy plus 200 plus 200x minus 160x plus 200x minus 160x minus 32,000 is equal to 0. Therefore x common, x plus 200 minus 160 common. See, I straight away I removed 160 because I know this will go, because here I want, in this bracket it's x, so here I have to bring x here, and it's possible only when I remove entire 160 common. So x, because I have removed minus sign common, we should always take out the sign of the second last term common. So this minus will become plus, and this will be 200 equal to 0. Therefore x plus 200 and x minus 160 is equal to 0. Therefore either x plus 200 is equal to 0 or x minus 160 is equal to 0. Therefore x will be minus 200 or x will be plus 160. Plus 160. What is x? What is x? See, they have given to us. An aeroplane traveled a distance of 400 km at an average speed of x km per hour. So x is the speed of aeroplane. So because x belongs to speed, so x cannot be equal to minus 200. So our value for x is 160. We need to write the final statement. It's compulsory. Therefore average speed of aeroplane is equal to x is equal to 160 km per hour. If you forget to write the units, 1 marks will be deducted. It was a good sum. Please do it, students.